was a big shed. It was an old shed, and what Mr. David did, he built a steel one on the outside of it. And that's where the coat was stored on one side, and we drove the tractor in through that side. He had a little grey Ferguson, and that's how I actually learned to drive.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then there was a track going down there, and that was the dairy. There was a great big pine tree, and it was huge.
Okay.
And so I walked between the shed and the pine tree down to the dairy to milk the cows.
Mm-hmm. How many cows
And
were
at
you?
the back here was a horse stable, a small one, and that just housed one horse. But where the car is, about where the house is here, he built a great big garage with horse stables, and I think there was about two on one side and two on the other. The two on this side, past that, there was the chaff cutter and the oat crusher, and they were all enclosed doors. And then behind that, we just had an open shed where we stored all the hay. And then just past there, he had 2 geese. And so another part of my job was to let the geese out in the morning and round them up at night time. And at Christmas time, they would lose their heads, and that would be their Christmas lunch.
So, Joe, you said about the dairy. How far down do you think the dairy was?
Well, it would be mostly that concrete, I would say, or a bit this solid.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many cows would you have had?
2.
Just the 2?
2, yeah. Yeah. So
How many bulls, Joe? How many bulls did he have?
1.
Remember that.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then come calf time, we wouldn't milk the 2. One cow would be pregnant, and the other one would keep milking.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember the? Oh, sorry, you're gonna.
You know,
Do you remember the little dam that's just up here?
yes, I was about to talk about
Oh,
that.
good.
Yes, so the paddock here, just past that tree, it is a dam. And that really didn't do anything, that just caught water. But we didn't pump out of it or anything.
It's more of a rubbish pit.
No, right.
So my recollections of that is it's full of old bottles and cans,
No,
and just
right.
general household rubbish was thrown into it.
Well, that could be so too, yeah.
So it'd be worth digging up one day.
Yeah, you never know.
Was that here when you were here?
Yeah, yeah.
That was
And
here.
then there was a dam further up in the paddock.
Yeah,
As
Sudsy's
well.
old joint.
Yeah.
They now have structural issues with their brickwork.
Yeah, and driving around yesterday, I was trying to picture it all in my head, but it's changed that much. It's just, yeah, I was struggling a bit to bring it all back, but yeah.
Do you want to go down to the cellar and
Yeah.
the bottom gate
Yeah.
of the...
Yeah, I do remember coming in. He used to, I'm not sure, can't quite recall what he stored, but yeah. It would have been good
Can you
to
remember
store
this
it.
being used, the fire in here?
No, the fire
No.
wasn't used at all. No.
But these were probably used up in the cottage part,
Well,
making butter and...
Actually, that's when Mr. Hanson was around. He used to make a bit of his own
Yeah.
butter and that. Yeah. Yeah.
And so, Joe, you don't know what that was used for?
I don't think that was ever used, or I know I didn't bring that wood down to burn there.
You sort of open the door and, oh, what the hell's hiding in here?
Yeah.
So if we could get access to the other room underneath, that would give us an indication of
Pipes.
as whether that was used as a bathroom ensuite.
Yeah. The vegetable garden was down there. There was a fence through here with a gate, and down where that shed is was the chook pen.
Yeah.
I used to go and collect the eggs. Over here, just about near where that fence is, or a bit this side,
Yeah.
was the spray pump to spray the apple trees. He had a pipeline feeding down each road, and when it was time to spray the trees, we just mixed the chemical up
Yeah.
and just go ahead and spray the trees.
DDT.
Yeah, he believed in doing everything as easy as you can.
And was there a trotting ring for the
Yeah,
horses?
no, the trotting ring was right down where the milk bar is.
Oh yes, on Forest
That
Road.
was
yeah.
where the trotting ring was.
Wow.
Down there.
So Oliver David's land where the sky down
Yeah,
to-
right down to Chestnut Avenue.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. And I noticed yesterday the milk bar is all closed up.
Yeah, it's been closed for some years. It's just
Has
a
it?
house there. Yeah. Too isolated and dangerous when you're on your own in a shop like that.
And they were robbed a couple of times,
Yeah.
Joe. 3.
Okay, I think that's.
And did Oliver David pass away at Ambleside? I believe his wife was put into care.
That's right, yeah, she was. And I think he did pass away. His daughter came down and found him.
In the house.
House,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That was in 1975.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Did they pay you as in money?
Did you work for them?
Oh, when I say I worked for them, I think I got 10 shillings a week. I didn't want to do it for the money. I got all them built and that, which sort of gave me pocket money. It was something for me to do as a kid growing up.
Yeah.
And it's something that I really enjoyed, and sort of, well, later on I did think I would like to try and work on a dairy farm, because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I know it was a 7-day a week, and some mornings it would be pouring rain, raincoat on, and I had the hurricane land. I used to walk down the paddock and bring the cows up, and
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then I used to have it all done and be home by around about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Then I'd get ready for school. So, yeah. No, you certainly can't. So, yeah.
Have I asked you about these living trees? Or do you remember anything about these two
No,
trees?
the trees were already yeah. This used to be all corn, all right through here, and that was one of my jobs. I used to cut the lawn and that, and he had
You do
the
that by
best.
hand?
No, he had the best of lawn mowers. The lawn mower he had, you could pull the front off like,
Front to the bottom.
yeah, the front part went like so, and then you could pull that off, and you could have the other half when it slides across.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with the orchard, we used to pull off one and put the one that slides across, and I used to go and cut the grass, and we used to just collect it up for hay.
Oh, okay.
When out in the nature strip, we did let the grass grow a bit long because it was a bit rough to use the other parsnip. We just used the one that will split across to cut that. But yeah, look, he bought the best of everything. Yeah. And look, if he didn't have a shirt to put on, he would take his off and give it to you. That's the sort of guy he was. He was a lovely, kind-hearted guy, and someone that I'd never forget because he was really good. Yeah, he actually gave me a power saw, and not long ago I came down and I took my son's friend's little boy for a walk, and I actually bumped into Carrie, and I spoke to him about it. I said, when I come down next time, I'd love to give it to you. It's part of your granddad's too. And yes, so that's how I kept in contact with Gary. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I really enjoyed myself there. It's something that I've always wanted to come back and have a look at and just see what changes to get.
Oh, it must be nice for you today then.
Yeah, so,
Have a look
yeah.
at the front and talk about the fence and
Oh, the fence. Look, my recollection of the fence was a brick fence, and the word Ambleside Park was a big metal panel painted in black with gold lettering, and that had Ambleside Park in gold.
Was it beaten or was it flat? The metal,
No, up flat.
flat.
Yeah.
how
And
tall would the fence
they,
be?
they had a trip to England, and the word Ambleside Park came from England. Yeah. So that was my recollection of it all. Yeah.
So, so when the Hansons had it, it wasn't Ambleside, it was called Ambleside.
No, Mr. David called it Ambleside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wonder what it was called before.
Yeah.
Hansons?
Yeah, Hanson Park.
So yeah, that's my recollection.
Why did you call it Ambleside?
Well, they evidently went to a place in England, and they saw them playing
In the lake.
at Ambleside, and so they decided that's what they wanted to call it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Beautiful.
That's the original clothesline that got put up.
Oh, that's our one, Joe.
Huh?
That's my one from
Is it?
number 5. The other one up there is probably the original one. That's a late model one with an aluminium casting.
Yeah.
The other one's steel.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, yeah, look, that's about what I can